Alright, hello again. I actually just literally realized that I could actually change the stand here to be taller. I feel a little dumb now, not gonna lie, but let's resume. So, where was I at? Well, I know that one thing I really like about coming outdoors, sometimes you get to like just hang out with your family, you know? So I know like plenty of times I've been outside for dang acorns, walnuts. Sorry, they're everywhere. One thing I really like is that you can, like I said, you could have like stuff you can do outside of your family. So sometimes you might just sit out and enjoy eating some lunch or dinner or something, and just having some lively conversations about whatever, really. Or maybe if you're the kind of person that really enjoys doing like kind of like a sport, being like active on the go, maybe you might enjoy like playing some soccer or football or something, you know. But like, I know that like it's really important with family is to like while your grandparents are still alive, is to like try to make, try to keep those connections with them. I understand that it doesn't, not everyone has that opportunity, and I understand that sometimes some grandparents can honestly be quite challenging to deal with. But we, but I'm fortunate to have good grandparents, both sides of the family. It's often been an honor to hang out with them and hear about the stories they have from their own lives. Well, anyway, so I was wondering, like, you know, so I know like a lot of people, they say like grandfather and grandmother, or Nana and Pop Pop, or whatever the other terms are. Honestly, I know I've heard my cousins use at least a few other ones, but I can't really remember any of them right off the bat anyway. But like, so the one of like Pop Pop, well, like how I know that I say like soda when I'm talking about like the sweet drinks, but like a lot of people just say pop or Coke, and I think that's perfectly fine. I mean, that's an honest word choice there. I mean, pop is a good one because the drink, well, pops, it's carbonated, obviously, but like, is just saying like pop pop just like a weird way of complimenting one's grandfather, because it's like, are we just saying like they're just like twice as sweet as like a can of soda? I mean, honestly, I think that's kind of nice in its own right, like, I mean, that's really, wow, sweet. Well then, like, I've also wondered, like, so when you have these these sweet drinks, these Cokes, these Pepsis, the Dr. Peppers, all these other ones, like, so if we have like Dr. Pepper, and we really care about like what we name our sodas, apparently, because some people just get so controversial about like, oh, you drink Pepsi, you're a bad person, or oh, oh, you drink Coke, I don't like you, or whatever. So I'm like, all right, so if we have Dr. Pepper, should we also have Nurse Salt and like, like Assistant Paprika or something? I know those don't really necessarily sound the most appealing, but hey, there's a whole wide range of names that haven't been used for, these drinks. I'm sure they could just look at word professions and just pick whatever works for them, honestly. Like, why don't we have Dr. Salt and like Nurse Pepper? Like, that'd be interesting to see what kind of different flavors they come up with. Although I imagine like some of these terms, like having salt for a sweet drink, I don't think that would go that well. Could be wrong though, but I tried. Okay. Other random jokes here that I have. So I find it funny, like how a lot of people say like, oh, it's opposite day, and throat feel weird for a little bit. Well, anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by Candy Breath, let's say like, so, you know, if we say like it's opposite day, or if someone else says it's opposite day rather, can you not just like go up to them and just ask like, say like, oh hey, you know, sure, okay. Well, it's, you know what, it's also not confusing day. And they're gonna be like, what? And they'd be like, I'm sorry, I thought it was not confusing day. Or I thought it was, you know, or is it supposed to be like normal day? You know, like, I mean, just like, what do you, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of lame. Honestly, it sounds slightly funnier when I have an actual person to talk to. I feel weird just talking to myself, but anyhow, maybe someone else can put these jokes in a better format than I have, clearly. But, well, I'm just checking to see what else I've written down here. And it's weird because I can't even read my own handwriting sometimes. I don't have like a bad handwriting. It's just like certain parts of it, so it's like I write certain letters weirdly sometimes. Like, for example, like sometimes my I's won't even have a dot over it, or my E's will just look like a C, like a lowercase c, because there's not even that much of a loop in them. Well, oh right, last one here. So, another random word one here. So if we have the word flamboyant, should we also not have the word like flamboyant, or like, you know, like, so you can like, or heck, why not like water gender neutral, or like, or rather, no, it'd be like, how do I put this? It'd be like, memory is not helping today. It's not being that good. Be like what? Dang it. Well, if I remember it, class. But like, the whole point is you just say like, oh, pick your favorite element. Like, not like scientific element. I mean, I guess you could do that if you're like a nerd like me, but most people aren't. Although it could be wrong. So pick your favorite element, then pick whatever your gender is, and then just smack those two words together, and just be like, yo, I'm like, I mean, for me, I would just be flamboyant, because, wow, I'm a guy, and I like fire. It's cool. Actually, no, it's hot, and you can make s'mores with it. Well, you know what I mean. Anyway, well, hopefully someone appreciated my sad attempts to be funny here. Yeah, I wasn't really that great, but they say it's the effort that counts in life. It's what we try to do. It's our intentions. It's the what we aspire to, and how much we did towards that. That's what actually matters, you know? Anyhow, have a great rest of your day.